The Triple B podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast in the house. Hey.
We'll have a little potluck. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it. This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking. And, food is always just the extra, man. They deprive these people of their basic human rights, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through. I love that, man. I love it a lot, more than I could say to you guys.
What's happening, and I hope you make your decision when November comes. I'm pissed as a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm mad as a motherfucker.
Hold on, Councilwoman.
I am, because I know what's been going on. I know somebody came to my office and asked me to deal with this stuff because they've been asked to be paid
Let's take a recess.
$3,000
I'm going to recess this meeting right now.
I'm sick of it.
Hey. I'm sick of it too. Triple B,
Well,
breaking
now.
bread. We in the house. How y'all doing?
In the chilling in the
Chillin',
place
chillin'.
to be.
In the place to be, man. We got Slim AC, Lady Lavender, Kim Honey Buns in the house. 10 meters. Zeb the Soldier. I am the KC Stork. Brother Joe has left us to our own devices. We can do what the fuck we want. We can talk about all the articles during the pregame, and that nigga ain't here to stop us.
He ain't counseling shit on us.
He ain't canceling shit.
No.
He ain't adding shit after saying he wanted to get off early.
Right.
Nah, man. Yeah.
We love him.
We love him. We got some.
Of course we do.
We got some sad articles to get into, but I want to start off with a little liveliness before we do our check-ins. Then we can get into basically fuck the murder capital of the world. We're becoming the murder country of the world. So yeah.
Yep.
But let's check in so we can get it in, man. Hey, you know what? I know we do ladies first sometimes, but hey, 10, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right, man. Everything is going great. I won't say great. I'll say better. Down here in the Bayou, work is not only picking up, but it's excelling, man. We working at a feverish pace, getting these old sick people back to feeling better, trying to get their hearts, jump started and everything like that, and doing good things, man. Doing good things at the hospital, yeah. So, but brother is still, by the way, homesick and things like that. But other than that, everything still continues to, get a little better, each and every day. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, sir. Lady
Hey,
Lavender.
no problem.
Okay. Lady Lavender, how you living?
Right now, I'm not sure if it's fireworks or gunshots that I'm hearing outside.
That's not.
But
It is America.
I hear that shit.
I hear that shit too.
I hear it too.
Well, get
somewhat, maybe it's like a lot of shots, so it must be. But nobody, I don't hear any voices or anything. Anyway,
Get in the band.
that just just started right before you said my name. Other than that, nerves right now, I'm pretty good. It's been Busy but good week. I Thursday got my certification. I'm now a personal trainer officially. Hey.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm working on.
Congrats.
Yes. So I'm working on a few other certifications. Sorry, I'm like shaking still because I wasn't sure what that noise was. I'm working on a few other ones. So I'm going to get my nutrition certification, get a glute specialist certification, and a bodybuilding certification.
Damn.
Yeah, I still hear that.
That shit's crazy. What the fuck is it?
There's like a big yard across the street, so it might be like the people over there. I'm seeing like some flashes.
Are they in the air
Could
or
be
on the dirt?
fireworks.
And it is like that time of year where people are like, we got to start fireworks now, and we're going to do them till August because
That's
4th
true.
of July. Yeah.
That is true.
That's a fact.
I'm also doing summer school starting on Monday, so I'm it's a form of summer school, I guess. So that's kind of been doing a lot of work with that and trying to manage. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder a couple weeks ago, and so trying to manage that and like it's just a lot going on. But things are doing okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad you had some time to join us. We appreciate it. And also, and once again, congrats on your certification.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Get us all right.
Man, the amount of knowledge I have in my head, I feel like I could teach science or teach medical school because I know like every part of every type of cell. I know like all the nutrition, vitamins, minerals, like muscles, joints, which muscles move which joints, and like which ones are going to be weak or strong based on how you move and what you're doing. It's like I really could teach a science class. I'm pretty impressed with myself.
Shit, sound like you could be sound like you could work for a sports team.
Dude, that would be the dream. My goal right now is to build up like school strength and conditioning. I was getting a strength and conditioning training as well, so I'll be able to do that. And like my sister was like, you can do that with school. So I was like, oh, good idea. So I'm going to try to make some programs with different schools, starting off with high school, and then hopefully get connected to some JUCOs, and then maybe move up who knows where, because that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Get out that classroom. Good. Get out that classroom.
Bruh, you understand? That's like the goal, right? I've already got a countdown for that, so I'm good on that.
Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
Well, good stuff. Zeb the Soldier, how you doing, sir?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. Yeah, I'm good, man. Nothing to report, man. Just steadily progressing with my eye situation. So
Yes.
that's getting better and better. My vision's getting clearer and clearer. So yeah, man, just doing that, or just healing that up and hanging out with the fam earlier tonight, laughing at my son. Acting like he was snoring and shit, had us cracking up, man.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's just better than watching a comedy special or some shit. Just didn't last as long, you know what I mean?
Is he like copying off of you or something? Where's he?
Yeah, I was fucking around. Yeah, I was playing around, acting like I was snoring, and he started doing it, but he was doing it hella loud. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, man. So just stuff like that, man. Nothing too major going on. Happy to be here.
Beautiful. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Daddy moments.
Miss Honey
Daddy
Bun,
moments.
how you doing?
Pretty good, family. How are y'all? This week was a pretty trying week, y'all. It was just rough all across the board. But I learned something today when the contractor came by. He asked me if I have ever used my exhaust fan. I didn't even know what the exhaust fan was for, so I've had it. It works, but he had to explain to me that I need to turn on my exhaust fan.
Is that the other one or the stove one?
No, the one that's like in the bathroom, right? He was impressed that I changed my filters. Like I just never turned it on. I never knew what it was for. I have a skylight in my bathroom, so so he was like, you need to turn this on when you're in the shower. So I kept it on all day today, like trying to be retroactive. So somebody let me into this world to adult by myself, and I haven't nothing too bad. But so today I learned what the exhaust fan in your bathroom is for.
There you go.
Lesson learned.
Right.
Cut down.
Hey, what they say, you learn something new every day, right?
Learn something new every day.
Epiphanies.
Yeah, I mean, it does keep the mirrors clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, good stuff, man. Well, thank you for joining us. Slim AC.
Yeah.
What up? I don't know. I'm in a decent place this week, man. It's been a A chill week. So I guess I got a little bit of a Hallmark moment and a side eye, kind of double dip real quick.
Okay.
So first I start off with the Hallmark moment. So I was, working or whatever, and this older black gentleman was in the store, and he walked up to me, and he was like, "You the manager?" And you know how when motherfuckers come up to you and they be like, "Are you the manager?" I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck you want?" You know what I'm saying? So like, what we do now? What happened?
Right, who did what?
And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be. And he was like, no. I was like, are you the manager? I'm like, yeah. He was like, I am so happy to see you here. What you mean? He was like, for the longest time, you would not see many people who look like you in the position you are in right now. He's like, I'm just happy to see you here.
That's dope.
And it was like,
Wow.
nigga, that man, I was good for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you was floating, huh?
Representation matters.
You know what I'm saying? An older black man came to me and said, thank you. Nigga, I ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing but
No, what you did.
But you did,
No,
yeah.
what you did was you are a manager of a store.
Yeah, man. I just feel like if anybody should be saying thank you, I should have been saying thank you to him, not him to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, wow, like, shit does matter. People are watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. All the time.
That was my Hallmark moment, kind of right there. But to the side eye real quick. When you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, do you think your facial features are going to change or anything when you go somewhere else and do something?
No. But I know it can happen.
Just asking the panel. I'm asking the panel.
I know it can happen, but it shouldn't.
It's a setup. This is a setup.
Yeah, it is.
Asking the panel. That's all. Asking the panel. So, go ahed.
No, I gotta say it can happen. It shouldn't, but it can happen. We had a doctor who got. I said on the podcast. He left the house and got his initial dose of the vaccine for COVID. I'm sure he didn't think he would get Bell's palsy.
Okay. Nope. That's the extreme as fuck one off, but
I'm just saying that nigga left the house. He thought he was gonna get the booster and come into work. He came into work. He was like, Roger, look at this shit. That motherfucker had a. I was like, oh no. I said, my nigga, you fucked up.
God damn.
But go ahead, my bad.
Okay, but back to my point. So I'm taking a picture, a passport photo. You know what I'm saying? So a passport photo, you have to be plain. You can't smile.
Yep.
You can't look off to the left. It has to be damn near like a mugshot. So
yeah, exactly.
Customer comes in, wants me to take the passport photo. They didn't like the picture. We take the picture again. They didn't like the picture again. We took the picture a second time. I remind you, your face is your face. So we take the picture literally 18 times.
What?
My God.
And it was, my nigga, it was the exact same every time. At one point, I'm like, bitch, this looks like this. This is how you look. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. You don't like the way you look.
I'm sorry.
It's not the picture.
I'm sorry.
You did this 18 times. Your face is not going to change.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't care how many cameras they add to the back of this iPhone. It's actually gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better.
Like, I can go get a GoPro. I mean, I can't take your picture with a Facebook filter. That's probably what you want, but I can't do it.
No, she wants you to get the original fucking face camera, the original camera that for doing teleconferences, that 2 megapixel camera with her shit look like she in fucking Minecraft, nigga. That's what she wanted.
Like she in Minecraft.
She wanted her shit to be all blocky and shit, nigga.
Oh fuck no! But anyway, man, that was my little shit, man. But on to you, Bosco. What's up with it?
Hey man, outside of us, the United States trying to burn itself down, which we knew was gonna happen eventually. the dying of a dynasty, I guess. Outside of that, man, got a video from my twins. They was out. I think they went to St. Louis, out balling at some little invitational camp.
Okay.
Of course, I had to do the old black man thing where I was like, baby, glad shit, nigga, y'all still be on the line now trying to get off. The fuck you talking about? But anyway, man.
You might blow a tire trying to keep up with them now.
Today, now I was talking about 18-year-old Roger would have been lit their ass the fuck up. But I picked them up, threw them on the ground by their necks. But nah, man, it's just good to see when you I spoke about the big bigs, Ahmad and Zakia putting in that work, but then you see the twins, they come around and seeing on video the progress, seeing the hard work they've been putting in since they had a heartbreaking defeat last year, and just to see, just actually see it on camera. Just made me smile, especially in these last fucking month of madness we've been having here in this country. So outside of that, man, really can't complain, man. Life is good. Let's get into it.
That's what's up.
All right, let's get a brief word from our president.
After Columbine, after Sandy Hook, after Charleston, after Orlando, after Las Vegas, after Parkland, nothing has been done. This time that can't be true. This time we must actually do something. The issue we face is one of conscience and common sense. For so many of you at home, I want to be very clear. This is not about taking away anyone's guns. It's not about vilifying gun owners. In fact, we believe we should be treating responsible gun owners as an example of how every gun owner should behave. I respect the culture and the tradition and the concerns of lawful gun owners. At the same time, the Second Amendment, like all other rights, is not absolute. It was Justice Scalia who wrote, and I quote, "Like most rights, the rights granted by the Second Amendment are not unlimited."
It'd be hard when you listen to Sleepy Joe sometimes.
Yeah, do
But he does. But he's right in this instance, man.
He's definitely right. And he goes on more about that, man. So what's crazy is he gives this speech. In the midst of all that, you have a gunman kills 4 people at a Oklahoma medical building who had been a patient. Medical building had been a patient of a victim, police chief said. So he comes to find out it was his surgeon, and I guess he wasn't happy with the level of care that he received. So he went to a hospital and shot 4 people. One being the person that performed the.
Is that the one who was like, because he was mad at what the doctor did to him?
Yes.
I think I read that today, and I was like, I can't read about these fucking shootings anymore. This is ridiculous.
I haven't really read about it, but it was on the timeline. And I said it's what the fuck is happening out there?
Yeah. So incidentally, one of the doctors I work with knew the physician that was killed. Yeah. So knew the surgeon that was killed. So
very big world.
The medical community is definitely a small circle in that way. But yeah, these shootings, these mass shootings, these shootings and everything are getting, it's getting to the point where it's almost commonplace now.
I think it is. It's not getting there. I don't think it's getting there. I think it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're almost at the point where we have 2 a day.
Yeah.
It's, we got, and yet we're going to be talking about a couple more here in a second. But running into, it seems like you can't go to places that were once we used to call sacred, like schools. Schools used to be sacred, that was like neutral territory for gun violence. Churches, definitely. was like neutral territory for gun violence. You know, no one went to these places and showed up with armed to the teeth shooting up the place. But then we got kids can't go to school, can't learn, or has to have their heads on a swivel at all times when they go to their classes, because they don't know that today may be the day where, you know, someone enters the building with an assault weapon. And also we have these state legislators that are sitting on their thumbs with their thumbs up their ass, not passing stricter laws or stricter policies, you know, to kind of curb the gun violence, to curb the sales of guns or weapons that are not just intent to kill, but to have the intent to destroy. Because the weapons that they're using is not just to kill; it's to destroy.
Yep. And let me read this real quick before we go further. The gunman who killed 2 doctors and 2 others at Oklahoma Medical Building Wednesday did so after he blamed one of the physicians for causing him pain from a recent back surgery. My bro, if you having back surgery, you already fucked up.
You're gonna have some pain.
Bro,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Ask my mama.
Yes.
The police chief said Thursday. The shooter, Michael Lewis, who police said killed himself after a rampage in Tulsa, had just earlier that afternoon legally purchased one of the firearms used in the slaughter. Just recently, an AR-15 style rifle. City Police Chief Wendell Franklin said during a news conference. Lewis entered the physician's office building at Tulsa's St. Francis Hospital campus late Wednesday afternoon and shot dead his surgeon, Dr. Preston Phillips, and 3 other people before fatally shoot himself, said Franklin. That's crazy.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
So we know how bad this shit is. We've talked about it for the last 3 weeks. And it continues to happen.
Yes.
And my thing is, you know, we can talk in a circle, but my question is right now, so we know that the NRA has power, right? And we know that
got money.
This is a deal where each side wants power. But how deep do you think, because I don't know, so that's why I like to ask questions when I get on here. How deep do you think the NRA's power base goes? Because this, at this point, is deeper than money, I would have to say.
I feel that way, yeah. I actually heard that. I heard that over the past few years that the NRA's influence and power has waned.
That's
I don't know exactly how much.
I was just listening to something about that too.
Yeah.
That they're even they used to put the A through F ratings, grade level for each person.
Right.
They've stopped posting that publicly because of the backlash people were getting for that. So they definitely don't have as much power, but at the same time, they're still in a lot of people's minds, I need to be pro-gun rights and I need to not say anything bad about guns or anybody who wants a gun, or increasing any kind of security or background checks that would help make it less easy for people who don't need guns to have guns.
Yeah.
I mean, Bosco, you were saying something crazy, is that this shooting happened just right after Biden's talk. What's crazy, and not in a bad way, is that right after, I don't even remember which shooting it was, the next day, Canada makes fucking laws and they're getting rid of no more handguns. They're doing buyback. He's and basically he said, south of the border, it's a shit show. We do not want to get to that. We need to act now, because if we don't, we're going to be like the United States. We are the shithole country right now, basically.
Yeah, we are. And what you were saying, the NRA, they may not have that power, but they still have the power to line people's pockets. And they still have plenty of power and influence. And they put in millions of dollars in motherfuckers' pockets every year to ensure that people go.
And I don't know the answer to your question, AC. Because I feel what you're saying, man. I think that it's deeper than money, right? I mean, it's deeper than just getting reelected and holding on to your seat or whatnot. I don't know the answer, man. I really don't.
But the reason I say it's deeper, though, is because now, how Ida just said, their power is waning. Well, I think their power is waning because the pot is overflowing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only reason that their power might be waning is because shit, like we said last week, there's been a mass shooting for almost every year. So at this point, you can't, and I think we said in the previous episode, the toothpaste is out of the tube, the lights is on, the rope is out. What are y'all gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a little bit more than just the money, because there's a lot of motherfuckers around here putting money in high influential people's pockets. It's obviously going on.
I'm saying as far as these senators, though.
Look at all.
I'm saying as far as these senators go, to me, it is the money. Because what's the counter for the anti-gun movement? They're not. There's no anti-gun movement that's putting money in your pockets. I mean, they vote, we vote, and they just gerrymander, redline the motherfucking district, and they'll fucking silence that community that wants that change, right?
Right, exactly.
And so in a vacuum, you know what I'm saying? The NRA, they may not have the power, but they as far as this gun shit going, they the only ones giving out money.
Yeah, they do have the influence. They definitely have the influence. So I don't think it's because I think it is the money. Again, like Stork said, I don't think it's I don't think it's more than money. It is the money. The money has basically the ultimate power.
Well, it boils down to it. It's money influence too, because I mean, and the weird thing is, I don't know anyone personally who is against level-headed legislation that background checks, things of that nature, where you can't just go in and get an AR-15 like this motherfucker did and literally get an AR-15. Like he went to Walmart, bought an AR-15, and went and shot the motherfucker that fucked his back. Well, who he thought fucked his back up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. So
I don't. Yeah. All I'm saying is there is a craziness out there, and we talk about it all the time on the show, different episodes. This echo chamber of, I don't know if anyone takes the time to sit down once in a while and watch Fox News. That shit. I try to watch it sometimes, because like sometimes me and Joe talk about it privately. Was like, I got to see what the hell's going on over here. What are they saying to make people believe the crazy shit that they say? And like, if you watch it, you just like, oh, so they think that we gonna stop all the white men from buying guns and give them all to Mexicans who cross the border on kites. That what we saying? That, like, it's crazy shit like that. It's like, it's not. Yeah. It's pretty close. You like, okay, y'all know this ain't happening. But if you in that echo chamber, and you in your little community, and with no black or little brown people look like us around you ever, you gonna believe that shit.
And I was gonna say something kind of like that, because I feel like it's kind of similar to the whole like classroom instruction debate and all these other fights against change. I think that's the biggest thing it is they don't want anything to change. I was listening to one podcast, that was this morning. They was talking about how people talk about how California is like has the most gun deaths ever of any state in this country. But if you look at it proportionally, California also has the most population of any state in this country. So if you look at, I think it was like 6 or 7 per 100,000 deaths in California, but in the whole country it's like something higher, like 13 or 15. I forgot what the exact number was. But the laws, they say that the laws are what has changed in California, and it goes back to the 1960s. And it's funny because I was just teaching my kids at school about this a few weeks ago, that the Black Panthers went to the courthouse and were trying to open carry. And so California was like, all right, no more open carry. And then they were like, no more assault weapons. So California has all these laws that have come into place, but those laws go back to fear of colored people, go back to fear of black people having guns, and what's going to happen with that. And I feel like now, because the news for so many years, 80s, 90s, early 2000s to the present, has focused on black crime and black people killing people with guns, rather than talking about the white people who do the same thing, that has led to this fear, like, I've got to have a gun because black people are going to take over, or Mexican people, or drug people, or whatever it is that they're scared of. They're very fearful. And I don't understand that. I mean, I kind of understand the fear, but bro, y'all are the ones killing everybody. It's not us. So maybe they're scared of themselves. I don't know.
You make a great point there, Lady Lavender. That's something we talk about, like power, money, but also this fear mongering of motherfucker. Like we talked about, we've all talked about on the show where motherfuckers are really afraid of what's happening. Like, I'm sorry, but this pure white society country that y'all thought was gonna happen, sorry. Y'all intermingling with us, we intermingling with y'all. I'm sorry. Ain't gonna be no pure whatever the fuck y'all think. You know what I'm saying? And that like Lady Lavender said, that I think that also drives into that fear. I gotta get my gun, because where am I gonna be able to ride my horses if all these niggas is around?
I mean, you got people, the whole doomsday prepper situations, all these people who are like, I need to be cast away into some other part of society so that when it all goes down, I'm not going to be killed. Like, that whole fear is ridiculous.
My homeboy, the homie of Alice Jones, I'll eat my neighbor. I'll eat his ass.
Oh, I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You motherfuckers was in the military. Truth of the matter is, if they want to come get your ass, I don't care if you got a closet full of guns.
What they say on the Outkast album, nigga, they made them gats. They got some shit that will
blow out our back
from where they stay at. What are you talking about, bro? So I tell people when I be talking to these people, they be like, well, yeah, I can shoot some a mile away. I'm like, nigga, we got shit that can shoot you from space. What the fuck are you talking about?
This ain't 1700.
Like, nigga, you would be sitting here and next thing you know, it's gonna get real hot, and then you talking to God. That's all you gonna feel, bro. That's it.
But what I think that we're witnessing, man, I mean, is really just a breakdown of society. You know what I mean? I think that, like you said, it's a lot of fear going on.
Yep.
It's a lot of, distrust going on, because, I mean, you literally can't. I think Tim was just saying a little bit ago, that certain places used to be sacred, you know what I mean? Or used to be gun-free zones, you know what I'm saying? Like, are off limits, and now that's not the case anymore, man. Yeah. And, so, I mean, sometimes I find myself looking at people like, this motherfucker look like he might, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what this motherfucker
start some shit.
Yeah, and it's probably just a person going about their business. You know what I mean? They ain't thinking nothing like that.
Hey,
but because of all the shit, you know what I'm saying? My mind is like, I don't know, and I know I'm not the only one.
Nope.
Right. And so it's I mean, that's, man, that, when the people in the society have that level of mistrust and fear of each other, you know what I'm saying? This ain't even about the government no more. It's about each other now.
Maybe that's what the NRA has been doing, like feeding into this. You need to be scared of each other because then you need to buy a gun, and then you gotta keep everybody scared. It's the propaganda. Instead of propaganda, like, you're okay. If everybody doesn't have a gun, no one will need a gun. It's instead, people have guns, I need to have 16 guns, and they need to be assault rifles, and I need to keep all this stuff all the bullets stored in my house, and I need to make sure that my 18-year-old kid is going to have access to this in the school, and 16-year-olds need to be able to everything. It's just all the fear. And so I wonder if maybe that's what their goal is to make NRA is just staying back like this.
I don't understand what the end purpose is of doing
more gun sales.
That is, I mean, but goddamn, more gun sales. But how long? What is the end result of that though? Like, eventually, you ain't gonna have nobody. There ain't gonna be a fucking functioning society. To I guess whoever making all that money, they can go and jet off to whatever island or whatever. You know what I mean, and be safe or But
and these are all facts.
That's just crazy though, man.
It really is. And what I think this is playing into their, what is it called, race replacement theory or whatever they're talking about. It plays into that because what they believe is that with this commingling into the different cultures and races and everything like that, that the pure white race is about to be eliminated. I think that's the way it goes. I'm not sure.
I mean, that might be some of it, but we talk about the Tulsa shooter. That's a black man that went in there and shot his doctor.
True.
So I think that's true. I think that speaks more to what Zeb and Also, Lady Lavender also spoke too about like this the in AC also this the breakdown of common decency in this society across all races. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's what I was commenting to. I wasn't the Tulsa. Yeah, I think that's an outlier.
No, it's not an outlier.
Because
you talk about the.
I mean, it's an outlier.
Don't do that.
It was a black man.
The New York subway guy was a black man.
Right.
True.
Yeah, I don't think so anymore, man. I don't. I don't think that used to be the case.
Hold on.
I remember being surprised, and like, damn, man, we had that over them when the DC cats.
Yeah, the Beltway shooting.
Yeah, the Beltway snipers. But you know what I'm saying? When it was revealed that they was black, it was like, damn, man, we falling into that trap. We fall. At least we used to be like, well, shit, all the motherfucking mass murderers and serial killers and shit is white dudes. You know what I'm saying?
But we said that was that one, and then we found out that the Tulsa one, it's like,
I think all humans fall into the trap of gun culture. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm just saying, we had. I mean, we gonna act like what no guns being taken to these black high schools. We gonna act like niggas gonna pop off in black high schools in the 80s and 90s. We gonna just forget about that all of a sudden. So all I'm saying,
but motherfuckers weren't going and shooting up schools.
No, they weren't going to shoot the school, but I mean.
But motherfuckers were bringing guns to school. That's
they were bringing guns to school, and motherfuckers was get lighting the parking lot up at certain events too. It's not like that wouldn't happen.
Sure.
So I'm saying gun culture crosses all races, in my opinion. Yes. Was it does, like that young white kids are gonna come and shoot up a high school? Yes, that's more likely. But the sickness of gun culture has taken over this whole society, in my opinion.
It has,
you know what I'm saying? We bought that shit a long time ago.
And that's like I said, man, that's a lot of fear. That's a lot of fear, man.
That's what I think it gets down to, a lot of fear. Well, go ahead. I don't know. If that was Kim or Lady Lavender. I couldn't tell. Somebody was saying.
Kim, you go ahead first.
Well, I mean, I'm listening to y'all speak, and I tend to be a little bit on the simple-minded side. So I kind of agree on this whole fear-mongering thing, because I kind of equated to when they was talking about, when the toilet paper thing happened with COVID, and everybody was getting real crazy on that toilet paper, snatching it up. And so if we plant this seed of fear in the mind, in that, the soil is right to cultivate that, we're going to see it across the board. And so to me, yes, I do hear about the dollars and, all the money behind it, but it really goes back to fear. And then Zeb pointed out this key point where that used to not be our thing, like a person of color thing, like a minority thing. But I think we had different protective factors in our culture that we don't have anymore, that have moved us away from things that were not of us. It was just certain things, like, kind of Zeb is alluding to, that we just did not do. Like, that wasn't our shit. Like, you hear it and be like, I know who that was.
Yeah, exactly.
But now it's ooh, I hope it ain't one of us, because that's a possibility now. So I'm wondering about, how did that happen? Like, how did we as a people get to a space to where we have fallen into some of the negative aspects of the I'm just gonna say Caucasian culture, and I got some Caucasian friends, and they know I love them, but they also know the flaws of their people too. So, but how did we get there? Like, how did we get to doing some of that shit?
I think I have an answer. I think that what it is affirmative action. We're trying to get on the same playing field, trying to make sure we're doing all the stuff. The past, so that dude in the subway, the hospital guy, these are affirmative action shootings. So.
That's what it was.
But hold on, what niggas doing drive-bys?
That's it.
But hold on, what niggas doing drive-bys though? I think we forgetting about a lot of shit. What we rolling.
No, she's talking about a specific type.
Oh no, I get that. I'm talking about this, that's a mass shooting to me.
Yeah.
You're right.
It wasn't getting the attention that we needed it to get, so we had to. We had to get in there and do that shit like them.
No, two people
it's
talking.
It's not mass shooting to mainstream media for the most part. A mass shooting to mainstream media is when, like, I don't want to use the word innocent, but like people who are like innocent are killed versus like gang violence or drive-bys. That's not seen as mass.
So like with the
but also the definition of a mass killing. The definition.
Right, I understand the definition of mass killing. Right.
Yeah.
So.
I am the definition of it, but the media,
No, what I'm saying is that the difference is
four people was not considered a mass shooting. That was not considered a mass shooting before. Over the last 5 to 10 years, the definition of a mass shooting has changed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What it used to be.
I'll find it.
It's 2 or more people killed by one gunman, I think
it's 3 or more now, some shit like that.
3, yeah.
Something like that. But
why were you saying that changed?
The difference is that, so, obviously we all know that, we do have a culture in the black community. We've had a culture of drive-by shootings and shit like that. And so in those, obviously, anytime you shooting from a fucking car, a moving car, it's going to increase the chance of innocent bystanders being hit, getting caught up. And that's all. That's if you want to define it, that's kind of the definition of collateral. What they call it, collateral damage, or something like that. But it's not like I'm just going to take a gun, go to this place, and kill as many people as I can. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same. They're both mass shootings. They both can be mass shootings, because oftentimes drive-bys don't result in mass shootings, or haven't. People still do drive-bys, I guess, but you know what I'm saying? They don't result in mass shootings, but it does. But at times it does happen for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the goal. That's a real combat type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Where you see an enemy and it might just be on sight like that. And some people might get caught up. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really give a fuck, or maybe you do give a fuck, but shit happens in your mind. That's how you look at it. Well, shit happens. You know what I mean? But that's a different thing than I'm gonna just go into this grocery store and I'm gonna just shoot people.
Which is why they didn't look at that.
I'm gonna go to the school and I'm gonna just shoot people.
Which is why, like I was saying, they don't look at that as like a bad thing, when it's still happening now, obviously. But like in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, it was like, oh, the black people are just shooting in their neighborhoods and doing that, and nobody cared. There was, like you said, collateral damage. Babies were killed, grandparents were killed, accidental bullet shots into houses. But nobody cared about that as a mass murder. But now it's like we care about all these other ones. And I'm not saying that they don't matter, but people didn't care about that.
Well, they claim they cared. They claim they cared. They started making the laws. You know what I'm saying? Passing all these laws where cats is getting crazy time, and it basically helps it fuel the prison industrial complex. You know what I'm saying? In the guise of trying to limit or get rid of inner city violence. You know what I mean? Because black people were talking about it. We were making noise, and people in the neighborhoods, people in the hoods was making noise. And we voted for people like Joe Biden back in the day.
But
that voted for the crime bill.
But,
you know what I mean?
What I think is that the narrative has changed because somebody white is getting shot, is getting killed.
Well,
that's why. I mean, the narratives. The media and social media and everything pays more attention.
I think that's
because people are going into schools and killing fucking children.
Yeah,
people are going into churches and killing people. People are going into grocery stores and killing people. You can't fucking go have a fucking dinner. You know what I'm saying? Without thinking that, hey man, am I safe here? So like that's a whole that crosses all lines.
And I think that's my biggest point though too, because I think especially when not us in this group, when I speak to other black people, like we equate gun violence to this something that's with white society or white America. And that's my biggest thing is I'm like, that's no, don't do that. Don't do that. That this is a sickness that infects all races. To pick up a gun and start shooting, whether we won't know the psychology of the shooter, whether they're a good shot or a bad shot. If you come in the car and you come down the block and you letting that thing go, you wasn't just letting everybody know you was home, nigga. You coming to kill people, in my opinion. Now, did you miss? That's fine. Now, if you in a hallway with fucking 8-10-year-olds, you're probably gonna get more fish in the barrel. There we go. That's what tends to happen in these school shootings. And all I'm saying is we got to be careful about saying that is a white problem. I don't think it is a white problem. I think it is an American society problem.
It's an American problem.
No, it's not just a white problem. It's for everybody problem.
I know, bro, but you said
and you haven't gun. What I was alluding at it to is it's more prevalent.
A lot of times you kept saying white people. I'm like, niggas do this too. Niggas
No, that's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is that it's getting more attention, it's getting more legs because now somebody white is getting hit. Before, you hear about the drive-bys and all that other stuff. It was just us killing us. But now what you hear with these mass shootings, now you hear it more prevalent because now somebody that is not of colors is getting hit.
I think it's more prevalent,
and
especially the school shooting, because it's children. That's why That's why we seeing a lot of blowback, a lot of passion. Especially we got teachers on the podcast. We got people who love children on the podcast. We got parents on this fucking podcast. So that's going to hit a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about Sandy Hook. You talk about Robb Elementary. You know what I'm saying? Any other high school. You know, that's going to hit harder. And I think that's why it's hit harder, because you're talking about, and then we talk about Robb Elementary, most of them are brown babies. Most of them ain't white babies. Them is brown
and I
babies.
get that too, but I'm not just talking about school shootings. I'm talking about mass shootings in general. The way it's getting legs.
But I can show you different articles. But so some people define. We were just talking about. Some say 3 to 4. Some people say 5, and then it depends upon the way the victim died of the shooting. So mass shooting gets real tricky. Like I said, the definition has changed over the decades. So.
Right.
So I think.
I mean, I just use my common sense with that shit, man. You know what a mass shooting is, and you know what a mass shooting ain't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need no fucking Webster to tell me. You know.
But we're starting to get down to it. Go ahead, AC. We started getting into a rabbit hole here. Go ahead.
Because I think like you just said, we about to get in a rabbit hole. What I think the point is that if you look at this country compared to other countries,
exactly,
the gun in this country, period, is way off the charts.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it doesn't make
it's ridiculous.
sense.
I agree with that.
And so that all goes into programming of all races, because all these kids, black, white, Asian, brown, whatever, play the same video games. They watch the same TV type shows. They watch the same, movies, and all this stuff is emulated and programmed in early to where it's okay. You go to other countries, you can't even see that shit. You know what I'm saying? You go to other places, you don't even see that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a sickness that goes from that starts at a young age. It's into an old age. It's built into our culture.
Well, I think I don't know if you don't. I wouldn't say that you can't see that shit, or like the motherfuckers play Call of Duty and shit like that all around the world. You know what I'm saying? They watch the same type of programming that we watch all around the world. But what they don't have is access to the weapons all around the world. You know what I mean? Like we have
watch all of that, or that's legal. Or otherwise,
I kind of.
That's why you got Brittany Griner in jail for almost half a year for some shit that we got probably sitting right here in the house right now.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she tried to. I will say though, she tried to fly a commercial airline with some weed, and she won't be in a Russian prison, but. She would get arrested. Still federal. So,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she got caught up.
So you mean when she gets back here?
Caught up in some political shit.
You saying
he's just saying it's illegal. It's illegal here also to fly with marijuana. I think you can like from Cali and from a couple other states.
You go to certain
you
states, you got a medical card, but it's still a federal offense.
Yeah, but it's still a federal offense. Yeah.
But I mean that was extreme. But my point, that was an extreme example.
No.
But my point.
I hear what you're saying. No, because like, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. You were still talking.
No. I'm just gonna say the point is yes, we do have more access to it, but at the same time, there are also some restrictions in other countries that are not in place here. Therefore, we see a lot more shit and get a lot more shit implemented into our daily.
I don't know that though, AC. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that. I don't travel. I don't travel around the world. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say what they are watching in London. I can't tell you what they're watching in fucking Stuttgart, Germany. I can't tell you know what I'm saying, and be certain. Like I can't tell you that they ain't watching the same type of shit.
Exactly that. I can't tell you exactly that, but what I can tell you, I don't have to go all over the country to know that there are more restrictions in other countries than there are here, bro. I don't have to do that.
Well, how do you know that then?
I mean, but
their laws.
They have
other countries' laws.
No, we're talking about like what they can watch on TV and shit, like what programs they have access to, what movies they have access to. The internet's all over the world. The internet's all over the world, man.
Exactly what it is, though. I don't know exactly.
I only know one country where they lock the internet down. That's China. So.
Yeah, China.
Maybe Russia now.
In Russia now,
you know
China definitely does not. They do lock their shit down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one country.
No.
How many countries is in the world? Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I agree because that was the first thing that came to my mind when he started talking was China. But then I started thinking, I'm like, well, I don't know of any other countries where there's these type of restrictions. I'm sure. I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm sure that there are. But what I'm saying is that I don't think that the majority of countries, people, they are really putting restrictions on what people are watching. Like you can't watch fucking, I don't know. I don't really watch a whole bunch of new movies, but some fucking new movie that's like an action thriller. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a lot of shooting and shit going on, and motherfuckers are watching that shit all over. These movies are worldwide. They have the money that they make in the U.S. Then they have what they call the box office, the domestic box office numbers. Yeah. Then they have the international box office numbers.
Yes.
So international, other people aren't watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think also that's kind of the trick that America plays a lot of times is that, we say that we're the land of the free, home of the brave, land of the free. And, that makes us think oftentimes that motherfuckers ain't got the same shit that we got. They might not have it to the degree or like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody might not have internet access like most people do here, but that don't mean that the majority of people in Finland or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Wherever the case may be, or New Zealand or some shit. But what they don't have, that they don't have that same access, but what they don't have is the access to the weapons, man. You know what I mean? So like you get that situation in some years ago, where was that, like Sweden or some shit like that, where the dude, it was like their first mass killing in however many years, like a million years.
That motherfucker killed like 60 people.
And I'm talking about the one where the motherfucker used a bow and arrow and shit or something.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where the old boy got onto the island where they had all this, the children. That was shit. That was a couple years ago too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one too. You know what I'm saying? I think he had a gun. He had a gun.
That bow and arrow one, though. Yeah, I know you're talking about. That motherfucker was like for real on some Robin Hood shit on the bridge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and I have seen some of the, I've seen like charts of our gun restrictions and like gun restrictions in England and in Canada, you know what I'm saying, and just it'll just have like a list of the requirements or the steps, the hoops that people got to go through in these other countries in order to buy and own a weapon. And then it'll show us, and we ain't got none of it. You know what I'm saying? All we got is a background check and like a 18. You gotta be at least 18 years old. So I mean, I think that's when it comes down to it, because there's crazy people everywhere, right?
Right.
There's no more crazy people in America. Like we might have more crazy people numbers wise, but not percentage wise. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, if it's hard to kill fucking 20 people in 15 minutes if you're stabbing everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to kill fucking 20 people in 15 minutes if you got a bow and arrow or even a crossbow. So that makes a huge difference, man.
It does.
It makes a huge difference.
It does. Yeah, we can agree though. Yeah, gun. I mean, we gotta bring this shit in as far as some decent laws or rules as far as just this fucking AR-15 or all the guns. I shouldn't be able to go buy a fucking Glock 17 and then have 500 rounds of ammunition. And just walk out.
Yeah, I mean, or at least make it hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least make me have to go to fucking 10 gun stores and buy a little bit of ammunition from each of them.
Yeah, because I know.
Because most people ain't willing to work that fucking hard.
Because everybody get caught up on
drug dealers are. They got to buy Sudafed from like 17 million different places.
Yeah, but that's money. That's money involved.
Yeah.
Most people ain't willing to work that fucking hard.
You think they would do the same thing for guns? Like, why is it so easy? It's just none of it makes any sense.
That's what I don't understand.
The reason why, because meth addicts who cook up the Sudafed make the news, but the NRA, they got the money to keep a lot of this shit down and pay politicians, because the politicians be like, I can lean on gun rights, but I can't really lean on niggas getting 50 boxes of Sudafed rights. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it comes down to. You got once again, you got to have a lobby. You got an appropriate lobby. You can get away with anything.
And it may be a measure of control, man.
What's up?
Go ahead.
So,
I was gonna say there's probably is a bunch of anti-drug lobbies and like that's also pharmaceutical shit. Like you want to have the pharmaceutical people making a lot of money, so let's make it so that I feel like that's the thing with drugs. Like we got to make money off of this. We can't have people buying them. They got to buy them through us. All that stuff.
Exactly.
So,
That's what once again it comes down to money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the appropriate lobby.
That's the whole war on drugs there.
We took 40 minutes to come full circle. I love it.
Money.
I think it's a measure of control too, though, man.
Well, no,
I think it's a divide and conquer. When people are super, when you're super consumed by this thing, you ain't really paying attention to what else is going on. You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in this, and and like that benefits a lot of people. Yeah.
Say, bro, you read my mind. When you talk about the housing market and gas prices, you read my whole mind.
Yeah,
All right.
So I think that element is there.
Oh no!
To what degree? I don't know.
Well, it's always there. I mean, that's the only way that a couple of hundred people in a white building somewhere keep power over a populace that goes by fucking millions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Divide and conquer.
Money.
Yeah. So I mean, you be a fool to think that that's not what's happening. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fools, this is an old article, but I wanted to bring it up just to let you know what the people who get elected to make these laws who would think are smart. But we on the show know all these niggas are stupid. Anyway, Wisconsin Republicans passed bill allowing some high school students to bring a gun to campus. The GOP-backed bill comes amid a national upsurge in gun violence. This is from January 25th of this year. Wisconsin Republicans just passed a spat of gun rights measures that include lowering the state's concealed carry age requirement from 21 to 18, effectively allowing high school students to carry firearms on school grounds. The decision was approved by the state assembly last Thursday as part of an ongoing Second Amendment push by the lower chambers of GOP majority. If you're old enough to fight for your country, if you're old enough to sign contracts, if you're old enough to decide who the president of the United States is, we think you're old enough to be responsible with your rights and be able to protect yourself. Republican Representative Shay Shortwell of Gibson, the bill's chief sponsor, said last week. Well, motherfucker, join the army if you want.
I was about to say, if you're old enough to join the military, that's where you should go. Not buying
here's the thing, though, too, though. It's like the school should be a gun-free zone. No drugs.
Yes.
No guns.
Yes.
Ooh.
Should be. Yep.
Like we talk about like sensible shit to me is you should be able to break your weapon down, put it together in a certain amount of minutes before you should be able to buy it.
You should. Right. Yep. I agree.
Like motherfucker, you don't even know how to take it apart?
Yeah.
What? And you own it? Okay. Now give it back. Give it back. Anyway, yeah, sensible shit.
And there was I think I posted it either. I think it was earlier today. In Ohio, where they are lowering they're trying to pass some. I think they passed it in the state legislature. I know the governor said he was looking forward to signing it, where to allow teachers to carry firearms on school campuses. Which they already have this in Ohio, but you have to have, I think it is 700 hours of training, which is the same thing that police officers in that state have to have. And so I've heard different numbers. I've heard that they lowered it to 100 hours. I also heard that they lowered it to 24. I don't know which is accurate.
That's what I saw, was that they lowered it to 24 hours.
Yeah. I even heard an hour, but I think the person when they were reporting it, they said an hour. I think they meant 100 hours, because the hour just sounds totally insane. But but the crazy thing is, the thing is, I seen a quick clip from this lady. I think she was like the vice president of basically the teachers union in Ohio. They called it something else. I forget what they called it.
Stupid.
And she was talking about, she was like, well, they want to restrict us about like what books we can teach. You know what I'm saying? What books we can talk about dealing with diversity or racism or LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying, issues. Right. And they want to restrict, and tell us, what we can and can't do as far as our curriculum is concerned. But they're like, but here, have a gun. You know what I mean? And she's like, that shit. And some other teachers just like, they just passing the buck, man, instead of actually addressing the real problem. They're like, we just want to teach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already got enough extra shit to deal with as teachers. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta fucking protect and serve also. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's stupid, man. It's fucking idiotic. It's idiotic.
Yeah, we know you got cancer in that arm. Yeah, we can't afford to like treat it, so we don't give you. Yeah. We gonna just tie a fake arm to your cancer arm.
No, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna give you some Neosporin in the Band-Aid.
Neosporin. We're gonna give you something that's not really going to
we're gonna rub some tussin on it.
Zed, what you were just talking about, I think I read something or heard something recently that was talking about how they want teachers to be armed as well, and they were talking about how the issue with that, there's a lot of issues with that, but one of the big issues is that if the teachers have weapons and they use them for whatever reason, they're not, they could get in trouble for shooting a kid. They could get in trouble if you don't shoot the person. Mm-hmm. That doesn't have to be a kid. Whatever the intruder, whatever it is that you're shooting at, like there's the liability that's going to be associated with that is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. What happens if you fucking miss and hit a student or a faculty member? Mm-hmm. What happens then? You know what I'm saying?
There's not protections like the Popo have. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And teachers don't need that fucking responsibility.
Bruh.
That's ridiculous.
I hate this world.
I mean, dude, I'm seriously, I
hate it.
I've considered and thought about moving out the country for years. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't never actively pursued it. If I would have, I could have already been gone, I'm sure. But I'm really, man, my son, he's only one, so he's too young to be in school and shit, man. I'm like, I remember when my oldest son was in school, and there would be times where I'd be fucking stressed out, you know what I'm saying, about his safety at school. And, I'm like, man, I don't even want to deal with that. I'm thinking about homeschooling and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to homeschool though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that work on myself. And I want him to be able to go and, have that experience of going to school. But man, and just, just the whole fucking country, just the whole society it's going crazy to me, dog. No. It's at some point I'm like, what? I know we have a lot of luxuries and shit that, a lot of other people don't have, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? At what cost, man? And is it even worth it? Is it something that I even want to continue to fucking put up with and deal with? Because I don't really think that things are changing, are going to change for the better. If anything, I think they're going to get worse. Maybe I should be more optimistic, but I don't see any evidence. You know what I'm saying? To be optimistic about.
No,
so
not really. All right, man. Man injured in Buffalo mass shooting files petition in court against parents of suspect. Zaire Goodman, one of the 3 people injured in the Buffalo mass shooting, his mother, they love disease, Zanetta Everhart, have filed a petition in court against the parents of the shooting suspect. The application to obtain pre-action disclosure was filed against Paul and Pamela Gendron, the parents of Peyton Gendron. The purpose of the pre-action disclosure is to preserve evidence for potential lawsuit against the Gendron family and identify all possible defendants. Good luck to them.
Yes.
Somebody gotta get help. I mean, shit. It just came out last week. This week that the school police force and them niggas basically said, "Fuck y'all, we ain't cooperate no more with the public safety board."
Yes, it sure did.
What happened?
The Uvalde police force and the I guess the school district has their little safety police force, whatever. Basically said, we ain't answering no more questions. Y'all niggas gonna go in there and say that we fucked up, even though we did. Our feelings is big hurt. We ain't cooperating no more.
Yeah, I did hear that some dude, he just got voted to, I think, their state senate or the state house or some shit. I can't remember if he was in charge, if he was like the head of the border patrol or the police department. I don't remember. And he said he wasn't going to talk about it until the families are done grieving.
Nigga, so never. So
basically, he ain't never gonna talk about it. Like, wow, okay.
So the family start grieving.
Send the fucking asteroid. I swear.
I just.
So the family stopped grieving for their fucking kids that got killed and the guy at school.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Officers fatally shoot escaped Texas inmate suspected of killing family of 5 while on the run. Gonzalo Lopez was serving a life sentence of capital murder and attempted capital murder when he attacked a prison bus driver May 12th and escaped in rural part of Texas. Damn. Ooh. The escaped Texas inmate on the run for 3 weeks was killed in a shootout Thursday after he killed a grandfather and his 4 grandchildren at home, officials said.
Jesus.
Damn. Gatesville, where's he going? Yeah. Oh, Gatesville, shit. He was right outside of Fort Hood.
Fort Hood, yeah.
Yeah, in Gatesville.
Damn.
That's crazy. Anyway, that nigga dead. And
wait a minute, was this the one that he got a hold of an assault rifle too?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to look and see.
I can't remember if this was.
Yeah, AR-15. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where the fuck did he get it from? Did he break into somebody's house and it happened to be there?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Yeah.
Like, did you steal a car and it was sitting up in the car? Like,
right.
Well,
I know I get caught up on the wrong thing sometimes, y'all, but I was
wondering the same.
I mean, he stole a truck in Texas, so who knows? They probably just had a whole bunch of guns on the floor.
Had it in the car, and probably had it in the truck.
Probably so.
And they said it's not clear where he got the firearms from. So they said here in the article. But he did have AR-15 and a handgun.
Watch it be one from one of the parole. What are those people called that work in prisons? He took it out that person.
PO.
Yeah, something. It's gonna be something stupid. Watch.
That's PO Pro officer. No, the
CO.
CO. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, anyway, he did, and it's so sorry that 5 people had to fucking die. Send the asteroid. You know what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We don't need no asteroid. We don't need anything else. We doing it ourselves. You know, fuck it.
Slowly but surely.
You know what? After all that, take care of yourself. Special assignment: University City students to take care of mental health. University City, Missouri school is out for the summer, but the students in the University School District have been tasked with a special assignment to take care of their mental health. On this week's Pulse of St. Louis, Fox 2's Jasmine Huda spoke with motivational speaker Corin Bolden, UC Superintendent Shernika Bartley, and UCHS senior about what it means to be the change. Okay. Hey, yeah, take care of your mental health, children, adults, everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, you know what? That's just sad. Master P's daughter died. She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of alluded to something, though, didn't he? He said something like she had some mental health concerns, maybe some substance use concerns.
Substance abuse.
Her cause of death has not been announced.
Mental illness and substance abuse.
Yeah, she has a history of it, yes. But the cause of the death has not been announced.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. My girl, Marjorie Taylor, predicts that straight people will soon be extinct. How? I don't understand how this works. I guess we got Petri dish. Well, hold on. Well, she did say this. You know what? I know how. Let me cue her up.
You have to accept the fact that the government totally wants to provide surveillance on every part of your life. They want to know when you're eating. They want to know if you're eating a cheeseburger, which is very bad because Bill Gates.
Never mind that she works for the government.
Right. She's a lawmaker.
That she went and applied for a government job.
Hold on, wait a minute. I thought she was supposed to work for us.
I'm saying, but she
for her
worked.
constituents.
Her constituents in the government.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, not government. Government. The government that she say is gonna be watching us. Like, first of all, man, you probably shouldn't own any MacBook. The computer that you got, just throw it away because they tracking you right with that. You know. But anyway,
Right.
Yeah, we keep going. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it back. I want y'all to listen to what she says here.
Which is very bad because Bill Gates wants you to eat his fake meat that grows in a Peachtree dish. So you'll probably get a little zap inside your.
She from Georgia, man. I mean,
Bill Gates wants you to eat his fake meat that
from the
grows in a
Peachtree State.
dish.
You know what I mean?
So you'll probably get a little zap.
She said peach tree dish.
Peachtree dish.
And y'all laugh at me when I make fun of when I fuck up people's names. I ain't never said peach tree dish. Never.
Is she? Maybe she spends a lot of time in Georgia. I know everything's peach down there. Is she? Where does she represent? I don't even know
She's
where
from Georgia.
She's from Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she just doesn't know that. Does she think that all those peach trees, or no, that's orange. What do they have down there? Is it peach just in Georgia?
They're the Peachtree State.
Yeah, peach
Okay, so did she go through science class all her years in life and think that peach trees that are down in Georgia are the same thing that science uses to make things and see bacteria? All these, I don't understand her.
Hey, Lavender, did you just assume this woman went to a science class? Did you
paid attention when she was in that science class?
She probably thought she had she probably like, I only got a couple of ones on me. Y'all want me to pay attention? I ain't got no change. I ain't got no change. Y'all want me to pay for this?
I can't pay attention.
Did nobody tell it was free? Dumbass.
I thought the attention was free.
Peach tree dish. Man, I wish a big ass.
The Peachtree dish.
Well, they got those down in Walmart. In Walmart in Georgia, they sell Peachtree dishes. You know what I mean? Like how they had them Juneteenth dishes. You know what I mean? So that's what she's talking about. We just ain't know because we ain't in Georgia. That's all. We ain't understand.
Oh shit! Not the Peachtree.
That just gives you a little what you're working with. So of course, the Georgia representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, she would say that soon straight people will soon be extinct.
Oh God.
I'm trying to play this clip. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Wait a minute. This is the same. This has to be the same day.
They just want you to think that all of a sudden the entire population is steadily turning gay or turning trans, just generation. Probably in about 4 or 5 generations, no one will be straight anymore. Everyone will be either gay or trans or non-conforming or whatever the list of 50 or 60 different options.
You still gonna be stupid. Still gonna be as dumb as a box of fucking rocks.
But you know what? People voted for her because she says shit like this, and people will re-elect her because she's dumb like this.
Get out of my
support her stupidity.
Get out of my head, Lady Lavender. I was just about to say, we're coming back to what we talking about earlier in the show. People vote for this dumb shit, and they exist in this fucking echo chamber where you vote for a woman that says ain't gonna be no more straight people, and they growing the meats in peach tree dishes.
But her thinking is also what's going to prompt ridiculous laws like they already have in so many states, because they, like, again, it comes back to that fear, and we're scared that we're no longer going to have straight people and we're going to be the minority, so we need to pass all these laws that are anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-all that stuff, because otherwise we're going to have babies made in peachtree dishes.
Okay, I'm confused. Okay. She's saying trans, right? But I didn't think trans, she means like transgender, right? I didn't think transgender was a sexual orientation. I thought it was a gender identity.
But y'all
so she attacking the wrong target,
y'all want her to be smart? Y'all want her to be smart? The bitch that said peach tree.
Yeah, you can't expect
her. Like she said, there's 50 of those different categories. She can't keep track of which one is which. She can't even keep track of whether she needs to say he, she, them, whatever. She is too much.
You just turn gay?
She didn't say categories. She didn't say categories. She said choices.
But once again, you just
not categories.
But once again, you just turn gay. So tomorrow, I just wake up and be like, I want some bacon, but I want dick in my mouth. I really do. I want some bacon, but I just turned gay. According to Marjorie, that's what happens. You wake up one day and you're gay. It's ridiculous. And the fact people vote for her.
People voted for her, dog. God damn.
Probably in about 4 or 5 generations, no one will be straight anymore. Everyone will either be gay or trans or non-conforming.
Okay. Can I interrupt? Because I done had an epiphany. I've been drinking some adult juice over here. I've been trying to figure out how do people like not challenge this type of stuff. And I guess if folks are not like inclined or knowledgeable or do their research, they would really sit here and listen to this woman and be like, oh yeah, trans, that's a bad thing because they're, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because she's trying to
feed my
I don't know if she's going to pull the religious card.
Feed my ignorance. That's what they want. They want feed my ignorance.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I'm like, I guess I haven't been able until here recently, like right now, in an epiphany moment, be like, damn, like this is how brainwashing happens. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a whole moment. I just literally figured that out in real time.
That's what
Continue, y'all. Continue.
That's what I said. Every once in a while, I would just like put a 5 minute, 10-minute timer on, turn on Fox, and just be like, oh, yeah, this is how this shit keeps happening.
This is how they think. This is how they do it.
This woman really thinks that, and here's the thing, right? We spent the first half of the show talking about all the killing, all the shooting, all the murdering, all the raping. She think this is gonna be the reason why we go. She think because we all gonna turn gay is gonna be the reason why we gonna be extinct. Not the fact that we gonna just fucking murder each other, but because everybody just magically turns gay or trans or non-conforming or the 50 or 60 things that she just said that exist out there. That's gonna be the fucking reason we extinct.
Well, that's why you got to protect the Second Amendment, man, because that's what'll happen if you don't. You know what I mean?
If you don't protect that Second Amendment, you're gonna turn gay.
I'll be like, hold on, Brother Zeb.
That's gonna be the new paradigm.
I'll be like, hold on, Brother Zeb. I see you didn't grab another fucking hot link. You starting to get that are you the glizzy gobbler? I'm gonna have to take you out, brother. I'm gonna have to take you out. I can't let you turn. I can't let you turn on me.
Oh shit.
Oh, these people are fucking crazy. I hate all of them. I hope they all die.
Me too. They can all burn in hell.
Especially this motherfucker. White Texan poses as a cop and tells black spa owner her race ruined his legacy of being a Christian. Not this horrible outfit he wearing. He do look like dirty white Jesus though. I ain't gonna lie. But
oh my God!
The Daily Beast posted a video of a man posing as a police officer who claimed that people of color are taking jobs from white people. Motherfucker, it's obviously you ain't got a job if your ass sitting in this woman's business all day.
Just hanging out.
Get on LinkedIn.com, nigga. They always hiring. They send me at least 40 jobs every day. And that's just for this area. So I know you down in Texas. You in Texas, nigga? They gotta be sending at least 200 every day.
Yeah, they got plenty.
Yeah.
Yes.
He also said he can no longer be a Christian because of black people. Nigga, what? What is
okay. Niggas have to do what you being a Christian.
I need more detail.
I know
Jesus was black. Why he can't be a Christian? So he can't be a Christian because Jesus is black and everybody in the Bible was brown, so he can't practice Christianity.
At his church,
That's
Jesus is on the
his logic. But
I'm just saying, Jesus is on the stained glass mirror. He riding a surfboard. Marjorie Taylor out there growing peach tree dishes. That's at his church.
At his church.
I don't understand these people. This man.
Hey man, I was watching that video of that dude and that woman's
business.
Business, yeah. And I knew that nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I read the article and shit, so I knew that everything's okay. You know, relatively speaking. But the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just like, lady, stop talking to that man. Get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up out of there. Because to me, it looked like he was trying to work up his nerve to do something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe casing the shit out. You know, like it won't surprise me one bit if I hear next week, You know, the same dude.
Shot the place up.
Yeah, went up in there, shot the place up, or went to another spot and shot the place. Like it looked like I'm sitting there looking at him, man, and he's just, you know, he's kind of bouncing his leg, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
it don't look right.
Yeah, it don't look right, man. It look like, you know, like he could make that decision at any moment and pull out that pistol, and, you know, go to work.
Here we go. Here's the video right here.
Witness.
Probably all the people you know.
Please leave. Please leave.
I'm gonna look in my. Please call the cops.
I need you to leave. I need you to leave right now.
That's shit to get me though too. These motherfuckers know the cops ain't gonna come, and when they get there, they ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, he's good.
Damn thing.
He ain't worried at all.
Ain't worried. That nigga said call.
Privilege.
He said call the cops, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
You're good. Get out of my establishment now. Call the cops. Call them. Get out, please.
No, you just lied to me.
I just lied to you?
You wasted my time. You lied to me.
You're walking around my business like you own the place, and I asked you to have a seat and finish your paperwork.
Yeah.
You're going through my windows, opening my windows to case the place in some way. It's very weird.
You want to know why I walked around in here? I just want to see the room.
Yeah, but do you realize that I have other clients here, and that is disrespectful? So I need for you to leave.
Call the cops.
I need for you to leave now.
I'm not leaving.
Leave. Or this whole video is going to go on social media, and they're going to have your face. Leave.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? No. Leave. Leave now.
No.
Leave now. Leave now.
I'm not leaving.
You got...
This motherfucker. Anyway. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, it's just more of that going on.
Just more of that.
Yeah, I don't think he ain't played the part where he was saying what you was reading about. But it's just the same. It's, you know, that's just crazy. That's weird. And they should be if they ain't already arrested his ass, they should be actively looking for that motherfucker right now.
Right.
At least arrest his ass for trespassing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he went. Oh, man. He real racist. He went off on a rant about black rappers.
Yeah, I think he said maybe I should start rapping and become a gangster or some shit like that.
Gangster.
Maybe I should become a rapper and start being a gangster. Some stupid ass shit like that. You know what I mean? And she said that the police never showed up.
No, yeah, she said
she called the police and they never showed up.
Nope. Your race and class destroyed my family and my life. Huh? He told the woman, "You're playing energy chess with a person that has nothing to do with your class." He's just saying words, nigga. What are you?
Right.
Zeb, I think the police didn't come because he was texting the police while he was sitting there on the phone.
No, he's doing. Yeah. He's like, it's all good. I got this.
Hey, this is Officer Dirty Jesus here on Live on the Scene. you boys go ahead and finish that donut. I'm good here. Anyway, fuck him.
Right.
Speaking of crazy people, and you know what? I am happy. White America can go back to sleep and rest peacefully. Mm-hmm. All the people in my break room who keep asking me about this shit can leave me alone. They're like, "Are you watching this trial?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Both of them are pieces of shit. I don't know. I don't care. Johnny Depp wins defamation case against Amber Heard, awarded $15 million in damages. In regards to Heard's countersuit brought against Depp, he was found to have defamed her in one of the 3 counts. He'll pay her $2 million, so I guess he'll get 13. And then I forgot they said that even it would be capped though because of state law or some shit. Johnny awarded 15 damn, but only have to pay 10 due to I only have to pay $10.3.5 million due to Virginia law cap on punitive damages. The judge reduced the amount. Okay, so yeah, she still got to pay some money, a nice chunk of change, like $8 million, I believe. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Amber ain't got that, do she?
I don't know what she got.
I know she got a gang of millions from the divorce.
Yeah.
Because I know they brought up, I read some shit that I think his lawyer was, she pledged that she was, I want to say it's like $7 million she got from the divorce. And she said that she was going to donate all the money. She was going to donate $3.5 million to ACLU and $3.5 million to some other organization. I don't remember what. Because his lawyer was questioning her. She was like, you know, you said that you were going to do this shit, but you ain't never did it. You ain't, you know. So since she ain't never did it, I guess she still got some of that change left, if she ain't blew it all.
Yeah, she knew she was back.
Yeah, she's smart. She go and blow that shit now. Fuck it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He look like.
But they just take whatever she buy with it, though. I guess.
Yeah.
Unless she hide it.
Oh yeah, she be dope. She got, you said, $7 million from the.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yep. Nope. Yep. You right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. That shit's over. That drama's over. You know, on to the next show.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just really,
change the channel. Find me a new drama to watch.
I was just really surprised. I mean, not since OJ was driving down the freeway have I seen so many white people watching court TV.
Yeah, right.
And expect me to keep up with it. I was like, I don't know. After the first Pirates of the Caribbean, I ain't really fuck with Johnny Depp. I don't know what you want me to say. Anyway.
Yeah, really. You're right.
Oh, hold on. Wait, that's sad. Anyway, sad sports news. We talked about running back Marion Barber. went to University of Minnesota, I believe. Drafted by Dallas Cowboys, correct?
Yes, I don't know if he was drafted by him, was he?
I don't know. You're right. I don't know if he was drafted, but I know he did play for them. I don't know if he was drafted, though. You are correct. My bad. But he did play. When he was in Minnesota, stand out. I think he was like first player running back from Minnesota to rush for so many yards, man. But the big thing, the age of 38. And at one time, you think about it, to make it to the NFL, that means you're a world-class athlete. And at the age of 38, and once again, like Master P's daughter, the cause of his death is still unknown, still being investigated. But yeah, man, that shit's crazy. Yep.
Damn, you never know what's going on.
You never know. And then thankfully, except for one brother, thankfully, all the brothers I played football with, still kicking around, still seem relatively healthy. But we do know that people out there, man, who have been wrecked by this sport. And also just when people talk about like all these, now they do all these extensive, like we're going to do all this checks and make sure you get these checkups and all this stuff. Like, nah, can you run a mile without dying? You passed right, AC? You passed your physical. We're gonna put you up to all these EKGs, you get all these serum levels and all that shit like a lot of universities do now. Because now they find out a lot of these athletes might have like these weird SVTs and things like that can cause premature death. Yeah, it was like some old shit like, oh, you ran a mile, didn't die, you must be in good shape. Here's your helmet.
Yep.
So yeah, man, it's a brutal sport. I mean, sports in general. I don't care if you run track, fucking volleyball.
Football's on another level.
It's on another level as far as the tax and demand, as far as like getting beat up. But a lot of shit that we do as far as across all sports. I mean, the human body for the most part wasn't intended to be doing a lot of this shit. So when it breaks down to certain levels, whether it be your knees, whether it be your mind, whether it be whatever. I mean, it's just like we supposed to be out hunting and gathering berries and grapes, my nigga, every once in a while killing the cow so we can sacrifice it needed. We ain't supposed to be running to each other or swimming fucking 5,000 meters just to make people feel happy about it. So, whatever it be.
Yeah, I mean, life is fragile, man.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's not very hard to sometimes I sit and wonder, how do people even live? You know what I mean? Because so many things can kill you. I mean, fuck, Florence Griffith Joyner, FloJo was a Olympian, world-class, world's fastest woman, and she died of a fucking heart attack, basically, cardiac arrest.
Yeah, cardiac arrest.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. So
shit, me and AC's homeboy, roommate, fucking Devon Black, playing basketball. Motherfucker went to get some water and collapsed on the basketball court.
There you go. Well, Reggie Lewis, that happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Shit, I got Bias jersey hanging up from Maryland in my
Lynn Bias.
Yeah, Lynn Bias.
He OD'd.
Yeah, I mean, he OD'd, but
But you would think though a world-class athlete could handle a little coke, maybe.
Michael, hey, I put it this way: Michael Irvin still high on TV right now. Nigga.
Say all the coke he did, he still
That motherfucker still, he probably still rolling around in cocaine. He got cocaine from the 80s he ain't snorted. What you talking about?
Bro, you listen to this nigga talk on TV, you swear that nigga finna wipe his nose.
Yeah,
every time.
That is
after every statement.
Hey, fuck watching them talk, AC. Just mute the TV and just watch him. You know that he inside. He in an air conditioned building sweating.
Hey, I knew he was hot in the motherfucker when he was on trial. I forget what he was on trial for back when he was playing. And you know he from Florida, so he was on trial in Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to trial with a trench fur coat on, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker played for the Cowboys, so he spent half of his time in Dallas, Texas. He's from Florida, so he probably spent his off season in fucking Florida. Why do you even own a motherfucking trench fur coat? And you're going to trial in Florida? Like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Because I'm Michael Irvin.
I'm Michael Irvin. Drugs.
I'm the highest paid.
He was hot.
I'm the highest.
I'm Michael Irvin.
I'm the highest wide receiver in the biz.
Highest. But good news though, Coco, is it golf?
Coco golf.
Golf. There we go. Triumphs in all American quarterfinal at the French Open to reach first Grand Slam singles semifinal. We coming.
All right. Actually, she won the semifinal, so she's in the final tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think it's in the morning at 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And 18. she just celebrated her graduation. She's only 18. She just celebrated her high school graduation. Wow. Last week, she celebrated in France at the Eiffel Tower.
Good shit.
Yeah, man. So
I know. You know what? And I know there's some old mayonnaise face white woman somewhere frowning. Good. Good.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's she's part. She's part of the Venus and Serena legacy, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be her without them. And just like it wouldn't be them without Arthur Ashe and Althea Gibson.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. Back in the day. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, big ups to her. And rest in peace to Marion Barber, man. Rest in peace to
Rest in power for sure, man. Crazy.
Yeah, and Master P's daughter also.
All right. Now we get into some other talk here. You know what? Sometimes when it's breakfast time, you need to talk to your family about menstrual cycles and periods. So period crunch. Cereal wants to normalize menstruation talk at the breakfast table. Can a bowl of raspberry-flavored uteruses combat generations of misogynistic shame and stigma? Probably not. But at least it's something. Fuck it. I'm good with it. hey, when that milk changed color though.
Oh Lord.
Oh, so bad. That's so bad.
Why you have to do that, man? That ain't right.
Come on,
that's so bad. That's so bad.
The fruit was so low hanging. The fruit was so low hanging. I couldn't help it, bro. It just hit me in my face. It's no secret that the state of sex ed in this country is pretty abysmal, leaving many people of all ages and genders trapped in a shame-fueled sex illiteracy. In order to combat the pervasive stigma that surrounds sex, particularly as it relates to female-bodied people, one sexual wellness company is turning to cereal for sexual enlightenment. Yes, cereal, as in breakfast cereal. More specifically, uterus-shaped breakfast cereal that turns the milk red like menstrual blood. Ooh, I don't even eat cereal anymore. Wow. I want to get a box.
Who in the fuck?
I wonder how that shit's selling. Is it already on the market?
I want some.
You can't buy it, but you can go to the company and ask them for some boxes. It's not for sale in like stores. I think you can order one or something like that.
Do y'all think y'all are quiet? Do y'all have any opinions on this shit?
I'm okay with it. Oh, you mean the women?
Yes, I'm sorry.
The sisters of the Brothers Breaking Bread podcast.
Yeah. Do y'all have any opinion on this shit?
I think that it's. I think that there is a huge space where people should feel more free talking about this stuff. About menstruation. I mean, even women don't talk to women about menstruation. So I think there's like a stigma attached to talking about it. I won't say never, but mostly.
It's like taboo though.
Yeah, and like little kids, when they start their period, a lot of times they're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. It should be like celebrated in some different ways. But I think that you can have a conversation without red cereal that turns the milk red. Like you're not going to have ejaculation cereal to talk to a guy about sex ed for a guy. Like, why is this here? I don't understand it.
Little dicks that keep the milk white.
I mean, but hold on. I'm about to say the milk's already white.
I know. That's why you use chocolate milk in the cereal, and then it turns white.
Turns white.
Turns the milk? So there's going to be a bunch of white dicks? No.
The little cereal would hit the milk, and then it would expand. So that would be like your initial erection cereal. I mean, you're talking about milestones for. Okay.
And then I get what you're saying. Then when we get educated, then we combine them. We combine them. I love it. Let's do it.
I'm trying to think of her name, man. I cannot. Hey, see who was Papoose?
Yeah.
What's his wife's name? I'm drawing a blank at the moment. Remy Ma. I was watching Drink Champs a little while ago, and she was on, and she's into marijuana. She has a marijuana company, or involved with a marijuana company or some shit. And she has, I can't remember what the name of it was, but I think it's like pre-rolled blunts or some shit. And the package is a vagina. Yeah. And like the way it unfolds and shit, like it looks like when you open, it looks like the vagina's opening up. You know what I mean? And like you can, so you can stick your nose in it and smell the weed. I thought it was ingenious.
I love it.
I thought it was beautiful.
But no, I definitely agree with Lady Lavender. Like some of these quote unquote taboo subjects that shouldn't be taboo. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How we get it out there? Because I'm reading this shit. They talking about 88% of the people they talk to failed to correctly locate the uterus on the body.
That's not surprising.
Most people, even women, don't understand a female anatomy of their internal and external sexual organs, let alone a guy. Like that's.
Well, no, yeah, I did. Yeah, I just said the people. I'm just like, yeah. So I agree. We got to get this knowledge out here. People point at your nose. The uterus is there. No. That is my nasal cavity. Do not put anything. Do not put anything in there, sir.
Is the cereal
I have
really
never seen a nasal cavity look like that.
What'd you say?
Is that the point? Is the cereal really a conversation starter? Because this
right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we having a conversation about it?
We are. That's what I'm saying. So the cereal got to be a conversation.
It is.
Ain't no fucking...
that was the whole point of it, yeah, to have the introduction of just talking about the whether it be menstrual cycle, the female's body, things of that nature. It definitely was a conversation starter. Yes.
And it was brilliant.
I mean, but like, I took it upon myself sometime when I was in college. I can't remember what year, how old I was, to actually like read the Bible from the beginning to the end. Because you go. I grew up at least going to church, and they pick a couple of little passages, a couple of scriptures, and they tailor it to whatever message they trying to talk about, that particular day.
Yep.
And so, I just started getting interested in religion in general. And I was like, man, I've never actually fucking read the Bible. Let me read this motherfucker, And so I just remember reading like, what's the book with all the goddamn laws and shit? I think it's like
Judges.
I think it's like Leviticus.
Judges or Deuteronomy.
It's either Leviticus or Deuteronomy. It's one of those two, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, and they talk about, they have these rules and regulations for, if a woman is on her menstrual cycle, they gotta go, they gotta leave the village and go to, this special place for the duration of her period. And if a man gets period blood on him or comes in contact with a woman on her menstrual cycle, he has to sacrifice this and that, and you know what I'm saying, to cleanse himself and shit. You know what I mean? And then we wonder why. Well, I don't know. Probably a lot of people don't really wonder why. They don't really think about it. But you know what I'm saying? It's no fucking surprise that, you know, these subjects are taboo, and you know what I mean? It's like
some cultures and religions still do that shit when a woman's on her period.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like during those times.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
The Book of Roger. Get the thick towel and lay it down.
The Book of Roger. What y'all does that? What y'all does that? I gotta know what kind of towel Roger got in the book.
Get the thick black towel. Lay it on the bed. Book of Roger. First chapter, first verse. That's it, nigga.
First chapter, first verse. A thick, dark towel.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here with my new spirit animal.
You ever worked a 9 to 5, or will you?
Yeah.
Do you work a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
And
I sue every job I get. Okay. Yeah. What I do, I go on the job. I've sued Singular before, AT&T. I got $40,000 out of them in 2006, July 6, 2006, for race discrimination and sexual harassment. Quid pro quo sexual harassment. Just niggas cracking jokes on the job, right? 2006, July 6, 2006, for race discrimination and sexual harassment. Quid pro sexual harassment. Just niggas.
Did he say quid pro?
Quid pro quo.
You say crow.
You heard what he said.
He said crow, right?
Did he say crow?
That's why. Hold on, one more time.
He fucked up quid
that's
pro
why I
quo.
reminded it back. I don't know if he said quid quo or quid crow.
I don't know. Whatever he said.
Whatever he said, he got paid.
Whatever he said that shit confidently.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. 2006.
Whatever he said, neither one of his eyes looking at the same thing.
Quid pro quo.
For race discrimination and sexual harassment. Quid pro sexual harassment. Just niggas cracking jokes on the job. Right? So what I did, I went and learned employment rights. My last 2 jobs, I got $10,000 out of that one through OSHA and got another $10,000 through OSHA. So what I do, I go find a job, because I know they got niggas go be violating safety violations. So I'm going to go complain about safety.
This nigga trying to find the most unsafe job in America so he can sue the fuck out of them.
Sue the fuck out of them.
He's great.
I love
He's an idiot and a genius all at the same time.
I love it.
Yeah.
She said he an idiot and a genius.
That's what you call an idiot savant.
You beat me to it, nigga.
Hey, bro, that's what spending about, I don't know, I forget how long he was in prison, but a long ass time. That's what happens, bro. You start thinking about shit like that. Like when I get out, this is my plan.
It's all legal.
It's all legal, yeah.
Hey, a few more minutes.
Violation. I know some bitch ass supervisor will get mad about me complaining and start retaliating. Then I'm gonna make a call to OSHA and say, hey, they unsafe over here. And then I'm gonna let them know, yeah, I'm the one called OSHA, and they go fuck with me. And then I'm gonna make them pay me $10,000 for retaliation. I get them every time. I get him every goddamn time. I get the warehouse job. Man, I work for a gun distribution company. I got they motherfucking ass. Yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker with suing jobs.
So you go in there knowing you about to get a job?
Man, if motherfucker know I'm going to go get a job, they already know I'm the slip and fall nigga. I'm talking about
Why did Ezel come up in my mind?
I know, right? It's my neck and my back.
I'm the slip and fall nigga.
Nobody fell, dog.
Hold on.
Nigga, that is his tag.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch all of this. Hold on.
I got a 100% success rate in suing every job I done worked for, either through the EEOC or through OSHA. And I be trying to tell other niggas, say, I'ma get in on it. They be scared. And then when I get them and they get fired, they call me back. Say, man, you think, no, nigga, I tried to tell you. When you read the employment rights, homie, they say race discrimination is broad. It's so open in America, homie, but the average employee is scared to say something. Sexual harassment, it goes on all the time. Niggas in the break room talking about who they fucked over the weekend. I'm sitting over there eating. I don't want to hear that shit. Nigga, I don't care about all them hoes. And you doing this every weekend? Well, at some point, I'm going to go to the HR lady and say, Larry and Leroy talking about women they sleep with every weekend, and they need to stop it. Well, guess what?
This nigga is a fucking menace.
He has turned snitching into a full-time job and really helped him survive life, like for real. He sat there and said, I have 100% success rate. I thought he was going to say, I have 100% success rate and you can too. Call this number today.
All he needs is a PowerPoint. All he needs is a PowerPoint.
Success rate.
Yes, he needs PowerPoint.
Oh, he gonna do the hotel tour or the virtual tour?
That nigga sitting in that big ass chair. That's his big ass chair. He the king.
Yeah.
He is the slip and fall nigga.
He's the slip and fall nigga.
You heard what he said.
Trick Daddy had slip and slide records. He got slip and fall.
Slip and fall.
That nigga walk out of HR. That's not dead. Nigga to the eye. Ain't not dead.
He be taking it to the house.
Oh my God. That's you know, oh man. The tabs have been tabulated. Ain't nothing else to say after that shit.
Oh shit!
Ain't nothing. You know what?
Hey, everybody got homework this week.
Everybody got homework. I'm dropping.
Figure out a way to sue your job.
I'm dropping down.
What is the job doing wrong?
All the people.
We all coming up.
You about to get paid, man.
I'm like, oh, hold on. Them that consent ain't signed? Y'all did it. Y'all starting the case? I'll be back. I'll be right back.
Right back.
Hey, come in there.
Oh,
hey,
my neck,
hey,
my back, my neck and my back.
All they see is my finger, nigga, just like this, just pointing. Right over there. Them niggas over there doing procedures and they ain't signed them consents. Over there, nigga.
Yeah, man, you work in the hospital. That's big money. Woo! You could be set for life.
Hey, I'm like, next time y'all do the podcast, I'm gonna have a big ass chair, nigga, and just be like, hey, I try to tell other niggas to get on with me. I try to tell my nigga Keaton to get on with me. Like, hey man, they ain't here putting devices in people and they ain't signed consents. I'm going to HR. He was scared.
Roger gonna be chilling in a big ass chair in a trench fur coat.
Hey, y'all, when we do the check-ins, I was gonna turn on the money counting machine.
My check-in.
How you doing,
I'm doing
Roger?
real good over
Hold on. Could y'all be quiet? I can't hear y'all over this money I'm counting. I can't hear y'all over the money I'm counting.
My money too loud right now.
All
I can't
right.
hear what you're saying.
All right, man. We have reached the end of the tabs. Any caveats out there? You didn't add, take away from? Any announcements out there? No?
No, I think you said it, man. You know, pay attention to your mental health.
Pay attention.
There's 10 usually says he's usually the mental health vocal advocate. So my bad for taking that from you, Tim, for this episode.
That's okay. That's fine. Preach it.
And like that black woman said at the beginning of the show, I'm sick and tired of this shit. Vote all these niggas out of office.
Yep.
Get rid of them.
City, state, municipality. I don't give a fuck. The parent teacher conference leader, vote that nigga out. All of them. Vote them all out. They all superintendent niggas. Everybody, world fucked up. Vote everybody. New.
Start all over.
Starting fresh.
Start over. Hit the damn reset button.
Get them all out.
Blowing the game 2 times like the Nintendo before we hit restart.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it's good.
And if you hear this and know how to get any of these delicious uterus cereals, please let your boy know. Holla at your boy. you know where to reach us at, because if you listen, you've heard Joe told y'all where to reach us at. Just you ain't gotta talk to me directly. Just send me the fucking instructions how to get the uterus cereal. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, man. We done it again, y'all. Thank y'all for your time on this beautiful Friday night. Lady Lavender, Zeb the Soldier, 10 meters, Slim AC, Kim Honeybuns. I'm the KC Stork. Triple B Podcast. Never, ever, 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 ever miss a moment to break bread with your brothers and sisters. We out.
break bread with your brothers whenever possible.